Oh, shit. I knew I forgot something. There we go. Yo, yo, yo. What is good, everybody? Welcome to Eagles Talk. I'm here with my good buddy, one of my best friends on this YouTube in the Eagles community, Eagles Uncensored. Introduce yourself, even though everyone probably already knows you.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm MK Eagles, and I'm the host of the Eagles Uncensored podcast. And it's just a place where you can come and voice your opinion, not be judged. And you know, I try and keep it as kid friendly as possible, but sometimes it gets out of hand. You know, um, that'll be more towards football season. You know,
Yeah,
right
I
now it's
believe
a
you.
pretty chill time, so I'm a pretty chill person.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So,
but
I
yeah,
just want to
it's go
go
ahead.
on, go on. It's my fault.
Oh, I was just saying, it's a place where, I was telling Joe this yesterday. A lot of your guys is kid friendly, which I admire and respect. It is what it is, but mine isn't, and it's a place where you guys can come and blow your top too, because on your channels you have to be kid friendly, and there's things you don't want to say, so you can come to mine and do that.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate that. For me, it's like I don't make any money on this. I don't like I do this for fun, so I can curse and everything, but it's just like for me, I'm just being me and I rarely curse. So yeah.
No, and
So
that's fine.
we're gonna get started with Brandon Graham because there's this rumor going around that the Tennessee Titans are looking at him because they need a defensive end after God, what's his name? This guy got released and he got signed to the Carolina Panthers. Yo, what's up, Slay? What is good?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah. So, do you see that the Eagles possibly making a trade for like a third round pick next year?
I don't want to say yes, but it is possible. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, love BG, love what he brings to our team. He always brings the energy. Um, he definitely will be missed in the locker room. That's for sure. You know, but if they do it, I understand. Like I said, with all these veterans that are about to go, even though we don't want to see them go, I totally understand. So I'm not all that heartbroken about it. I've seen it coming for a couple of years now, so I've had time to adapt to it. You know, but
Oh, really? For a
yeah,
couple of years? Wow. I haven't seen
well,
that.
yeah. I mean, they're getting up there in age, man.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually you're gonna move on from it. Once they hit about 30 years old, you kind of know the end's coming.
Unless you're Tom
So
Brady, I'm just saying. But
well, yeah. I mean, that's just weird. But hey, props to him. That's
yeah.
amazing what he's doing. 43 years old. Like, who knew?
Exactly, exactly. So I was doing research for my video today, and this is his last year on his contract, even though it was reconstructed last year. He signed an extra year, but if we cut him, we will owe him like 9.5 million cap hit. So I'm like, bro, what? We have a lot of defensive ends. We have good
Yeah,
defensive ends. Josh Sweat, Derek Barnett, Ryan Kerrigan, Terry
yeah,
Jackson, the guy we drafted this year. So we got some bodies, but what I really like about Graham, he's a great locker room guy. I freaking love that guy and the intensity, the rush, and everything. But you got to look at the business side of it, and we need the money. Like, and with the Zach Ertz thing, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But I'm just like, we need the money. So it's a
yeah.
tough
No,
choice, and people still hang on to the fact that he strip sacked Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. People are still hanging on to that.
it was a great moment. It's a moment we'll all remember, and it's a moment he'll never forget. I mean, it is what it is. But you know what? Tom Brady has so many memories as a Patriot, and he walked away very easily. So don't think for 1 minute that they won't do it.
Hmm. I know, I know. It's just tough. How old is he? 33, I think. I think he's up there.
Who? Brandon Graham?
Brandon Graham. I think he's 33. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I think he's about 33. Roughly, give or take.
Yeah. I love him because I'm a Michigan man and he was from Michigan, so I'm just not gonna throw that out there. But yeah, dude, it's just like it's a tough subject with any of these players like the Zach Ertz, even though I want him out, my whole take on that. So yeah, now if he goes to the Titans, right? If he goes to the Titans, does that make them more of a contender for the Super Bowl? If he gets traded to the Titans?
Yeah, I would believe so.
Yeah.
I mean, now that they have Julio Jones and stuff over there, yeah, I could easily say that.
Yeah. Dude, it's just like, wow. Who knows that much of an impact can really hurt? I just don't think Howie will pull the plug. I don't think so.
It all depends, man. I don't know. Like I said, it's really tough to say anything at all at this point. Like any of these veterans can be up for grabs at any moment, because of their age and what we're trying to do, where we're trying to go. Like anyone could be up for grabs at any moment, if somebody calls and they offer something good for them, hey, I would not be surprised if Howie takes it.
Yeah, and so next is the whole Zach Ertz. Now with Zach Ertz, it's getting worse and worse. He really wants out. Like he really wants out, and it's going to be tough to find. Apparently, they have a shooter for him, like a team already. I just want to know who that team could be.
I want to say it's Buffalo.
You think it's Buffalo?
I want to say that.
I would love it. Like Buffalo's one of my favorite teams in NFL. So I'm just saying, what will we get though? Just like anything from them? You think? What will we get?
That's a damn good question, man. I don't know. I don't know. I want to say that you could get a third for him, but realistically, man, it's probably going to be like a fourth or a fifth round. Hell, maybe even less than that. It's iffy at this point.
Yeah, it's just I wonder why it's taking him so long. Like I just don't understand what's taking him so long.
It's frustrating because I said it the other day. It's kind of making me feel the Carson Wentz sting all over again without the drama. I mean, you want to do this, just do it. I'm ready to solidify this roster and know who's going to be here for this season coming up. And the longer you put this off, the more strain you put on that tight end room just alone, because they have to figure their shit out. And the longer he's on this team, the more strain that puts on that locker room. So, just get it done. Let's stop beating around the bush here and just let's do it already. At this point, it doesn't even matter anymore, man. Just get it done.
I know it's one of my worst things with this whole thing. Like, what I said about the negativity. It's like it can catch and it's like a virus. It can catch anyone can catch it and be negative. So it's also a vibe. Like you don't want that vibe in a locker room or anything like that. So it's just like enough is enough. We have Dallas Goddard, we got Richard Rodgers, we got Stahl, and don't we have another one? Don't we have another tight end I'm forgetting?
Yeah, there's somebody else. I don't even know. That's how important they are.
Yeah.
Though, man, what frustrates me about the whole thing is this all stems back to Howie Roseman, and Jeffrey Lurie has owned this team for a long time. He's had a lot of head coaches, and he's had a lot of winning seasons. He's also had some losing seasons, but he's had a lot of winning seasons. And you're sitting here and you're watching a man single-handedly destroy your team. And you don't do anything about it. And what I mean by that is, yeah, you got rid of the head coach and all the coaches, and you jumped refreshed everything. But there's one man that has stood through all of the coaching changes, and that's Howie. And in the end, you get the same result. So why the fuck is this man still here? I mean, I don't remember us having a good cornerback since Asante Samuel. I don't remember us having a good linebacker since D'Amico Ryans and
Takeo Spikes.
Jeremiah Trotter and Taquito Spikes, all of them, Yeah, you guys can sit there and say, oh, Nigel Bradham, Jordan Hicks, that year we won the Super Bowl. Yeah, you know what? They're great. That's awesome, but dude, they're not great. Like, we're talking some of the greats that have played on our team.
Who
I
would
haven't
be on
seen
it? Yeah, I was just about to ask you, who on this team right now would you consider great right now? Like, you can't think.
You can't.
I just can't. Like, Miles Sanders is the closest thing I have.
Yeah, and it's sad because you look at these positions that we used to once take so much pride in, and we built our soul on our defense for the longest time. We had so many weapons. Brian Dawkins being the one right up there. And now you look at it and it's just sad. It really is. And how you can go 5 years and not do anything about it is just mind-blowing. It really is. And then for the owner to sit there and just back this man on it, it's like, dude, you've been there. You've seen us have the greats. Like, what is going on? It just makes you really, truly confused as a fan, a diehard fan who has been there and seen it. It's like, what the fuck are we truly doing? I'm just so confused.
Do you think that Howie Roseman is putting too much into this and like not seeing like the easy road, always trying to think of the high road, like analytics wise? Because I see that.
I always think he's trying to find. I'm trying to figure out how to word this here. He's always trying to look, like, for instance, we'll use JJ as an example, okay?
Yep.
DK was the obvious choice, but JJ, he felt, was that diamond in the rough, so to speak, that he feels he can find that one person that no one's looking at and everyone's overlooking, but is truly, like, really great. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he tries to overlook and overthink things and tries to be smarter than everyone else. And that in all gets him in trouble. Because sometimes he'll totally overthink things to the point where he'll just overlook the obvious choice. And that is where he fucks up. And then when he does fuck up, he'll try to overcorrect it. And I don't know, man. It's Howie Roseman is hard to talk about because he is not a regular human being. Like, he is. You love him, but then you really fucking hate him. If that makes any sense. because there
got you.
is good things about him. But all in all, you just want to wring his fucking neck. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how else to put it.
I got you. I got you. I'm right there. It's just Howie Roseman, even though I think he did a good job this offseason, but this thing with Zach Ertz is hurting him, like, for his grade. For me, I gave this offseason a B so far. That was including Zach Ertz, but now he got into this. I gotta give him a C now. It's like, what the hell? It's like,
Well, and as
just
an owner too, man, you have to look at it as in all these players are leaving on bad terms because they don't like this motherfucker. So you as an owner, you have to sit here and know, hey, these guys are leaving on bad terms because of him. So why would we not change him? Do you get what I mean?
yeah, I get you. So, secretly, he could be just like hurting the team too, like a little
Yeah,
bit here and there.
exactly. You know, I don't see the logic in why he's still here. Like, there's nothing you're going to lose by getting rid of him that's going to be like, oh, darn nabbit, you know, I lost that. Like, there's nothing he brings to the table that is truly elite. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's a good swindler. He can pull off a good trade. But you know what? We can find somebody else who can do that too. You know, and it's not just Howie Roseman who can do that. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah. How long has he been a GM for, Howie?
I want to say 15 years.
15? Oh my God. That's like most of
15.
my life.
I want to say that, like, since 2012, I think.
I'm looking right now. Howie Roseman, general manager. Born, okay. He was hired by the team in 2000 in severe minutes and then promoted to general manager in 2010.
2010. That was going to be my second guess, to be
Yeah,
honest.
10 to 11 years. That's still too
So
long.
yeah, he's been here 11 years.
That's still too long, in my opinion.
Yeah.
How many
Well, and think about it, man. Whenever you do coaching changes in the NFL, how many other teams, when they do coaching changes, change their general manager also? Almost all of them. They almost all change from general manager down. Howie Roseman has lasted 3 coaching changes. He's the only one to do it. Why?
how many times, like, I don't know. You think about all these teams with quarterback changes, and then you're like, Pittsburgh Steelers comes to mind. When was the last time they actually had any change? Like, Tomlin has been there for God knows how long. So I'm just like,
They've had
Jeffrey,
3 head coaches in the last 30 years.
are you? Oh my God.
Yes.
That makes the Eagles look worse.
Only reason that I know this is because my wife is a Steeler fan, so I have to know my shit. Because when we argue, I can't fuck up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I gotta ask, how'd she feel when Pittsburgh got knocked out in the first round?
Dude, honestly, she even called. That's funny because she was sitting there last year before the year even started saying that they weren't even going to make the playoffs. So it's actually funny that they did.
Because they went like 11-0.
It surprised her. It surprised, dude. That surprised everybody. Let's be honest, man. Did you truly think them coming in that year they were going 11-0?
No.
Like, there was no way in hell any of us thought that. Come on.
Nobody even thought that. Like,
Yeah.
that's
So
so funny about the NFL. You don't think about a lot of things. Hell, the Eagles might win all games. And like, I don't know.
dude, if
Anything
they
can happen.
pulled
I don't
that
think
shit
that's gonna
off,
happen, but
if they pulled that shit off, I would kiss Nick Sirianni's feet. I wouldn't even lie. Like, I would, dude.
Yeah, I'm so excited to watch Nick
You you
Sirianni
can
coach.
you can fucking book that if you want. Like I will. Dude, he can wear sandals, he can wear shoes, he can wear anything. I will. You have an undefeated season your first year, you deserve to get your feet kissed. No lie. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
remarkable.
I mean, it's just like getting it. This whole thing with Zach Ertz is getting annoying. Now we
Yeah.
should go. Yeah.
I
Stephen Nelson. Yeah, it's okay. Go on.
no, I was just saying I agree.
Okay. So Stephen Nelson wants $5 million. Eagles want to pay him $3 million. Give him the. Just give him more million. I don't understand this. It's just like
The only reason that they're not doing it is probably because of our cap space and because they still need to pay Dillard or Dickerson yet too. So
mm,
I understand that, but yeah, I'm with you, dude. Don't be a bitch. Like if you have to, like for instance, how he's like Lane went to him and said, "Hey, do you need to restructure my contract? I'll do it if you need me to." How he goes, "No, we're fine." Like, bro, restructure the motherfucker. Free up some money. You got Fletcher Cox sitting there. Restructure him. Brandon Brooks, you can do him. Like, come on, man. Why are we making this more difficult than it has to be? If these guys are willing to do it, do it. Free up some cap space, get some money, and get some people in here who want to be here. Like, I don't know why we're making it complicated.
I don't either. It's just like um, what's this Barnett? Isn't he owed like 10 million?
Yeah, that's retarded. If you're going to keep him, then restructure him. If you're not going to keep him, what they did was they took his 1 year, hoping that this new coaching staff can turn it around for him. So they're paying him 10 million. That way, if he sucks this year, even with the new coaching staff, they can just ditch him. But it's like if you're truly just going to do that, just get rid of him. I mean, yeah, I get it. Like he could break out, but what if he doesn't? Then you just literally wasted $10 million when you could use it somewhere else. I don't know,
Yeah.
man. That one's a tough one too. Like I want to hope he breaks out, but what if he doesn't? Then we just wasted $10 million for a year.
Hey, what is good? Everything's good. Just talking about the Eagles and how secretly they're ruining franchise. They're ruining the team despite having all those picks and Johnny Ryan Kerrigan. So I honestly might even make a video about this because he's not making the right decision at the right time. We need a cornerback. Did you pick one yet? No. I'm telling you, Steven Nelson's going to go. Brian Poole's going to go. Richard Sherman is probably going to go, even though I don't want that guy. He's too old. I'm
Well,
just
and it's
saying
like I said, man, it all comes down to our cap space.
that's
I mean,
another thing,
I
too.
would hope to God if we had the cap that he would do it and not be like this. But I mean, maybe this is all part of his thing where he's like, I'm tired of overpaying for players. Y'all bitch that I'm overpaying for players too much, so I'm not going to overpay anymore. But it's like, this is a real shitty time to start that argument. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
let's not start it right now. Let's start that later, but not right now. Like at this point, hey, I'll take anything.
Yeah.
Steven Nelson wants 5 million. We need a player right there. Pay the motherfucker 5 million. You know what I mean? Like, let's not
No,
argue right this minute. We can always argue later. But
now, with Steven Nelson, would he be the number one cornerback and Darius Slay too? Or would Nelson go right into two?
oh, Nelson would be two.
Oh, he
There's
would.
no way Darius Slay comes out of one. The only way
Oh,
Slay comes out of one is whenever we trade him, or else he just walks. There's no way.
yeah, yeah.
Nope.
It's just
I
sad
mean, they're paying
how
him too much money to be a number two. There's no
how
way.
much is he getting paid, Slay?
Mm.
I'll look it up. I'll look it
Well, I
up.
wanted to say at one time he was making what, 30 mil?
Are you serious? Oh my
I think
god.
so. At one time, I think the restructure made it less now, but
Signed a 3 year contract through 2023 season. Detroit to Philly worth $50 million with $30 million guaranteed.
so I was right on the 30 mil. So yeah, he made 30 mil. That's what I'm saying. But I think they restructured that this year, did they not?
I think so. It doesn't say it here. Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it changed a little bit. That's cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said though, you can do that with Lane. You can do that with Brooks because Lane's making 28. Brooks is making 28 this year. So it's like, dude, you could restructure those two people, get both of them down, and that way you're not also taking. Well, you're getting money back, so you're saving money, and plus they won't be that big of a hit this year. So
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I wish they just managed their money better. Is Howie Roseman actually managing their money? Or is there like another guy that I'm forgetting about?
nope.
Oh my god. He's not a money guy. You can just
He
tell.
runs. Howie is King Dingling, bro. That is
Yep.
the one thing that man made sure to lock up. There's nothing that does not go by that man. That's
Yeah.
why whenever everyone blamed Doug, it's like, how the fuck can you not sit there and blame Howie as well? Like, there's not one thing that did not go through Howie. You know what I mean? Like, he knew everything that happened. So it's like, that blame has to be thrown on him as well. Like, you just can't blame Carson and Doug for this. You have to blame him too. But that didn't happen. Now, granted, he did come out and say, yeah, it was somewhat my fault. It's like, no, dude, it was all your fault. You had to okay everything. It's not like these guys had the free range to just do what they wanted. No, you were up their assholes all the time. You knew everything that was going on. So you okayed everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you had to throw it on them.
Now, I think I made a video about this a while ago. Is this Howie Roseman's break it year or like career saving year?
Oh, yeah. 100%. Like, this is his year to prove it, whether he belongs here or not. Because I'll tell you what, his contract year is up at the end of this year. As far as I know, we didn't negotiate him any further so far. So, yeah, if he wants to be here, this better work out. Because if it doesn't, he's gone, dude. Like, I do not see him being here much longer. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah. But do you think Jeffrey Lurie will actually do it? Do you really think he'll actually cut him or fire him out, or just don't even sign him after this?
You know, I brought this up, I think it was like a month ago, to be honest. If they would hire him back or extend him, I would put a petition out there to literally stop Philadelphia Eagles fans from buying everything until he fires Howie Roseman. Because here's one thing I know. What is one thing that Jeffrey Lurie loves more than Howie? And that's money. You affect that man's wallet, you'll get what you want. And that ain't no lie.
Yeah.
And if we would just not buy product for 1 month, hell, dude, it wouldn't even take a month. It'd take like 2 weeks. Just don't buy anything Philadelphia Eagles at all. You'll get what you want.
You're good. You're good. So, to add on to that, I feel like the casual Eagles fans will not do that. I feel like they will love the Eagles.
Yeah.
They don't care how the roster's constructed. They don't care how the front office is run. They just love their team and support their team. So,
Yeah.
I think it's a casual too, in a way. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
But I'm
watching
just
wrestling.
saying, though, that's one way to get what you want. You know,
It-
there's only one thing that he loves more than him, and that's money, man. And, you know, that's one way to affect it. But no, I don't see that. I mean, if this does not work out this year, I don't see him being here next year. I don't.
We just gotta wait and see, and we gotta wait until training camp because apparently they might make the move until training camp or after training camp, but I feel like they need to make the move now.
What on earth?
Or yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I get it. You know, it's kind of like the Sam Bradford thing. Like maybe if you hold on a little longer, and like 2 weeks into training camp or something, Kittle would get injured, or Kelsey would get injured, or Waller or someone, and these guys come out and they're desperate for a tight end, and they know we have Ertz and we want to get rid of him, and he wants out. Desperate times comes desperate measures. Like I get it. You might get a third out of them, so I understand the holdout if you would do that, but for a morale standpoint, for a locker room standpoint, for just all in general, you get rid of them, you know. But I mean, that's just my opinion. So.
yeah, I agree with that. Like, it's a shame because just watching the team I grew up, I don't remember a time when the cap was this bad. I don't remember that at all. And I'm talking about like years. Do you remember cap being this bad? Money?
It's been bad, but I can't think of a time it's been only $5 million. No, like only $5 million, man. That's that's nothing. That's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
So
Just bad.
yeah, no, I think I've seen it maybe at 10 before. Never at 5. I don't think so.
Yeah. And now, talking of the cap, Landon Dickerson not being signed yet. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. Just gotta sign this man. I just don't understand the holdup.
Cap.
That's like the only thing I meant besides that. Like, come on.
I'm serious. Listen, man, think of all the moves that he wants to do. Okay. He wants to bring in Steven Nelson. He needs to pay Dickerson. You know, Dickerson alone being a second round pick, what? He'll be what? A mil and a half, 2 mil, you know? Um, Steven Nelson at least is going to be 5. So you're going to at least need 8, which is Ertz if you trade him. But I mean, then you're back down to 0 pretty much again. So yeah, it's a lot, man. It really is, and I think that's why it's taking so long, and that's why everything is taking so long, because the numbers are very thin, and you have to be careful what you do, because if you lose too much too quick, you might screw yourself, so to speak.
Yeah. Now, is it true that we're going to get $40 to $50 million next year?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
That's something good, but
That's why I say this year is our rebuild year, but it's going to be a really good year, like way over expectation. But next year will definitely be our new 2017 season, so to speak, our breakout year. Because when you have $40 million, you can make some moves. And if we do keep Fletch this year and he has a good year and you decide to move off of him next year, you get some value back for him. If Brandon stays on the team this year and he doesn't go to Tennessee, awesome. If he balls out, you have some value there with him. Like, we still have value left on this team. You know, and that also goes for Rodney McLeod. Yeah, he's older, but you know what? He's a veteran. He's experienced. Some teams may want that. So, you know, What's up, Key? How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping.
She's good.
Um,
I guess she's good. But T Sixers, you and I are gonna have a live stream about that soon. Like you and I gotta talk about that. But as of right now, we're talking about Dickerson and the cap, and how
yeah,
the cap is just terrible. Like
yeah,
they won't even give Steven Nelson $5 million. It's getting that bad.
yeah.
Can they
Uh,
spare like an extra mil for 4? I don't even
to be
think they could
honest,
spare
man,
a
that is a
mil.
Gate City question there, dude. Like, I am not the numbers guy. I'm not. All I know is what we have is why we're not giving it to them. But if you could squeeze 4, you might be able to. I don't know. Uh, that's all I can say about that.
Cap key.
Yeah,
Cap.
Cap's the only thing I can think of, Key. Like, that's the
That's
only thing.
It's getting so
Which,
ridiculously
I mean,
bad.
we have 5 mil. You would think that's enough, but
I'm surprised
I,
that Steven Nelson would even take $5 million. I thought it would be more. I thought it would be like
I mean,
he went 8-9.
has he cleared yet,
I think he's
health
a free
wise?
agent.
No,
Health
has he
wise,
cleared health wise, Dickerson?
Dickerson, I don't know. I don't know anything about
I
that.
mean, if
T, do
he
you
did not
know?
fully clear, that might be another reason we're just waiting on him to fully clear. I mean, that might. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be the reason. I don't know any other reasons why. Like
Yeah,
Cap,
it's the
health,
only two things: cap and health, man.
and Howie 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
From what
But,
I understand, Dickerson was a Howie pick, so you think
oh.
he would have been one of the first ones to get signed?
Who was the first one to get signed? Smith? Devontae Smith was the first one. So Devontae Smith was first. Kind of
Yeah.
saw that one coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just amazing. It's amazing me how bad the front office is during like one of the most important years of our team's franchise history.
Yeah. Well, and I get it too why you didn't get rid of Howie last year because you know what, honestly, man, you wouldn't have been able to get a new GM in here. Like we were so screwed up money wise, no one would have wanted this job, man. No one.
You believe that? You really believe that?
I do
I'm
to a
trying to.
point.
I mean,
I mean,
I don't know any
yeah.
good
Don't get me
GMs.
wrong. It would have been awesome to go in and say, "Hey, I was the one to correct all the wrongs, and I was the one to turn that franchise around." But let's be honest, it hasn't even been easy for Howie, and he's the one that fucked it all up. So think how hard it would have been for someone to come in and correct his wrongs that they didn't even make anyway. So I think that's why Howie Jeffrey let him stay to fix his wrongs, and then at the end of the year here, when his contract's up, he'll be gone.
Yeah, he will be gone. Do you
Because I mean,
remember?
think about it. Think about it. All the draft capital we have now, like he can leave at the end of this year, and Howie can have a GM, and he can be like, "Hey, do you want to come here?" And they'll be like, He'll be like, "I got 3 first-round draft picks. Like, come on, you can work with that." You know, this year he couldn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
But think
Yeah.
about the draft capital we'll have next year. Somebody will want that.
Did you ever see the movie Draft Day with the?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 3 first round picks. How he traded him in the beginning and then he got him back. And then the second round picks he never got back.
Yeah. No, that was a good movie. I
That was
liked it.
very good. I can watch that anytime. Like seriously. And
Yeah, no,
just the
we've had
writing
a
in that
lot of good
movie.
sports movies come out lately. I've actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have that many growing up when we were a kid, if you think about it. I mean, Sandlot was huge. Like, that was my all-time favorite sports movie growing up, The Sandlot. But,
Yep. Same
I
lot for
mean,
me.
you didn't really have that many good sports movies. So whenever early 2000s came out with The Blind Side and all that, and then they just took off, like I was like, that's awesome. You know, because back
Hmm.
when I was a kid, you had Any Given Sunday and stuff, and I was too young. My parents were like, no, you can't watch that. And I was like, come on. You know, but eventually I snuck it in there. But, you know, they were more adult movies back then. But it was good to see we got more kid friendly the older I got. You
Yeah,
know
yeah. Like the Invincible when I had Vinny on. Like he was
exactly.
just telling me all the production and that, like how it's done and everything. I'm like, dude, that's forever my favorite Eagles movie. Forever.
Oh, it was so good. Mark Wahlberg did excellent in that movie. I enjoyed
Yeah,
watching that one.
yeah. Vinny told me that he still gets calls from Mark Wahlberg, like his family. It's like,
Dude, I'm jealous, man, like of him as a kid being able to grow up and hear those stories, and that's really cool. You know,
yeah, but
it's
it
really
didn't
cool.
really hit him when he didn't really hit him until he got into high school because he was like too young to know the game of football. But then when he
Yeah,
studied more, know more about his dad and history, he's like, wow. And
yeah,
he's got a lot of people behind him. Like he's playing the spring football league now. He's actually a wide receiver. It's kind of funny. But yeah, it's just like amazing to me that all that. My best friend, still my best friend, went to the production with him, and he keep on telling me stories about that. Like the at the end of the move or the rain in the park, or they were playing football in the rain in the parking lot.
yeah.
He said that was like a big fan thing that would drop down water. It was like sprinklers.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's so cool, man. No, and
yeah,
I love it because like people sit there and that's one of the big jokes of the Eagles. You'll hear it all the time. Oh, your favorite player was Vince Papale, and it's like, you know what? Fuck you. Do you know what an achievement that was? Do you know what an honor that was? Like, he is the only fucking fan in history to ever fucking wear our jersey and actually be a hero in that jersey. Like, fuck you. Like, that is a miracle story. That isn't anything to joke about. Joke all you want. That's fucking awesome. I would give my two nuts to have that story. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, that
How he
is
was
such
just a
an
teacher and a
honor.
bartender.
Yeah, like, dude, that is such an honor. Like, screw you for making that a joke. That is so cool. Like, anybody, you can make that a joke, but put yourself in that man's shoes. You wouldn't have done what he did. Fuck yeah, you would, especially if it was for your favorite team. Make a joke of that.
I
Imagine if
forget.
Aaron Rodgers was your fan. Like, you gonna joke about him? Oh, your favorite player was Aaron Rodgers. No, that's a fucking honor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Now he's my
No, I'm
neighbor. I
not.
haven't
Now,
seen him.
listen, I'm not relating Vince Papale to Aaron Rodgers. I was just setting an example here.
I get the point. I get the point.
No, but other people will take that crazy. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. And it's just like, yeah, he's retired. The kids and the wife, they're doing real estate together in Florida and in Philly. So
Yeah,
they got
yeah.
that.
No, dude, great story, man. Like,
Yeah,
great story.
yeah. I haven't seen him in 15 years. That was the first time I saw him in 15 years. And he's my
Yo,
neighbor. That's
I
sad.
gotta be honest though, dude. Like, and it's no lie. I don't even know why I'm saying this live, but I'm gonna say it. When I originally saw that movie, I was like, you know how actors portray the real person,
Mm-hmm.
dude. I was watching Mark Wahlberg. I was like, man. I was like, because I never really, because he was well. I wouldn't say he was well before my time, but I didn't know of him personally till I was older. Because he was only playing for like 3 years, but his story wasn't really a big thing in my generation to hear about. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, or maybe I just lived under a fucking rock. I don't know. Um,
What are you, Patrick?
but I guess. But once I found out about it and I did the research, I was like, oh, that's cool. But whenever I watched it and then I saw who he actually was, dude, I started laughing. I was like, yo, Mark Wahlberg and him do not portray each other one fucking bit. Like, no lie, he was not like what all I expected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But,
Just amazing.
yeah, no, great movie though.
Wait. I just saw Doc Rivers failed the Sixers in the second round and should be under just as much scrutiny as Ben Simmons has been for the Philadelphia shocking defeat. Yeah, I would say so, but I don't think he's going to get fired.
I won't
Yeah.
speak on it because I don't talk NBA.
No,
I
I'm
haven't
just
watched
saying that just
NBA
popped
in a
up on
long
my
time.
timeline.
But I will
So.
say this. I will say this. I can score more points in an NBA game than Ben Simmons. I know that personally. Personally, I know that. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Motherfucker should not be getting paid what he gets paid to do what he does. I'm sorry, man, but that's my own personal opinion. Like, dude, you get 5 points, 6 points, and 7 points in 3 playoff games. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, no.
I've been saying this. I'm the last thing on the Sixers, and we'll get back to the Eagles. I've been saying this since day one of the last season. And people will call me a Ben Simmons hater since then.
Listen, you have to understand one thing, and I'm going to defend this man. I'm telling you, I grew up in the Michael Jordan era. There is not a single game in the playoffs that I know of that Michael Jordan scored less than 30 points. Okay? That's amazing. This man didn't crack double digits. Like, do you see the expectation, how reversed that is? There's some people out there who are okay with what he's doing, and there's some people, well, a lot of people who is not. And I understand it because, like I said, I grew up in Michael Jordan's era. Like, he was the great of the great. He is all that there is, you know? And I'm telling you, watching a performance like MJ and then watching Ben Simmons, like, I wouldn't want Ben Simmons on this team either. Like, it's disgusting. Honestly.
Same with Allen Iverson.
Yeah, Allen Iverson too. You know, a lot of greats in that time era. I will put any of them up against Ben Simmons, dude. Like, no.
It's just like so bad. So enough
I
of that.
don't even watch basketball, and I feel bad for you guys, dude. Like, your pain's real. I feel you.
Yeah, but it is what it is. I still have his shirt. It's underneath. Like, I'm not a guy that would burn it. That's just not me.
Hey, you know what, man? I still have Carson Wentz's jersey. It's hanging up in my closet.
Oh, yeah? I used to have a Roy Halladay jersey, but then I think something got on it, and I had to get rid of it. Like, it was that bad. But, God, I miss that jersey.
Dude, I'm trying so hard to get a Cunningham jersey. It's not even funny.
Is not anyone on Amazon?
No, I just haven't got around to it yet. I just want one.
Yeah, I think you can find it on Amazon very quickly.
Yeah. They're just pricey. Some of
them. Yeah. All right. We're going to do higher or lower. I think, did you do this for Philly? Like,
yes, I did, and I love these things, so let's do it.
Tyler, what is good? So
Tyler.
Tyler is going to do a live stream on his channel, and he's going to interview me. So it's going to be the little opposite. Oh, now we're getting all the Detroit basketball beating. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that later. But what was I talking about?
Higher or lower?
Yep, thank you. So higher or lower, Zach Ertz plays in the season. I'm going lower.
Yeah, there's no way he touches our football field this year.
Tyler, I'm not gonna get a lot of views. You're fine. I'm the one who's giving you the views. Jeez. So yeah, lower on that. Here's a good one. Jalen Rager, higher or lower than 600 receiving yards?
Higher.
You think higher? I agree. I say
Yeah.
800.
Yeah. And honestly, that's the one I gave Philly yesterday, but I gave him 800, higher or lower, and he actually went higher even still. So,
Really?
yep. Well, you
Because
got to
for
think he's going to be in the slot. He's built for in the slot, so I think they'll be taking advantage of that. So I see him having a pretty big year.
yeah, I can
Smith
see
is
that.
going to open up a lot for everyone. Like, I
I
want
can't
everyone to
wait.
understand this. He's going to open up a lot. Like, everyone is going to be on this man. Like I said, he's a Heisman winning wide receiver. People will take notice to that. They really will.
Eagles making the postseason, higher or lower? Ugh. I don't know if he's
Do I
joking
get
or
two,
not.
Tyler? Do I get two answers?
What do you mean? You're going to go higher and then lower?
Yes. but I
I
have two
agree.
answers for that. I have two answers for that. That's why I said, can I have two answers?
I think. Can I have three answers? Higher, lower, neither? Oh,
I don't have a neither. You either get a higher or a lower.
yeah, I
There is no
know. I
neither.
know.
I
Dude,
wish
it's
I
so.
could give you a neither, but no, honestly, man, like if we don't
Tyler,
get
allow
Steven
it.
Nelson, I'll allow it. Okay. Higher if we get Steven Nelson, lower if we don't. Now, I do have one surprise though. I'm going with Jaquette as our CB2 if we don't get CB or Steven Nelson. I
Okay.
honestly think Jaquette has got some pretty good skill sets that we can build off of. He is 6'1", so he is tall. I know he had a bad game against the Cowboys. Like let's not go there, but our coaching wasn't honestly that great either. So, I'm not gonna let him get killed for that. I'll give him 1 year out there. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. He's my dark horse.
Yeah. Mr.
Poole, yeah,
Brian.
I can see Poole because our DB coach is from the Jets. So I can see that. And that's not a bad option, honestly. But I mean, if you're not willing to pay, oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna make that statement because I don't know how much Poole will be worth. So we'll just leave it at that. I'm just saying though, I'm gonna make it. Fuck it. If you're not willing to pay 5 for Nelson, are you willing to pay 5 for Poole?
That's a good point. Tyler, what do you got to say to that? For me, higher or lower for the chances to make the postseason? I'd say higher because our division's so weak. But yeah, I say higher because our defense or our division is weak. If it
Like, and
wasn't
don't get
for
me wrong, man. You can utilize a defense to cover weak points. All right, so if our CB2 is our weak spot in our defense, you can mask that. You can put a Band-Aid on that, by running certain coverages. So I understand their way of thinking. Like, I honestly do. You just got to know that the guy that's over there is going to do enough not to make that look so bad, if you know what I mean.
Yep, yeah. I mean,
So, I mean, that's one way that they're probably going to approach it, especially if they can't find a CB2. But
yeah.
like I said, Jaquette is actually a pretty decent option. So I would not be surprised at all if they go that route if they can't get anyone.
All right. Okay. Tyler says I think Poole would be cheaper than 5. I know his contract was 3, so I was thinking we could get him for 3.5 or 4. If we sign him before Nelson, it's off the market. But would the Eagles even go to 4 mil or 3.5? I don't even see him going to 3.5.
Listen, this is the way I look at it.
Go for it, yo or Tyler. That's what I always do.
We are paying Joe Flacco around $8 million, and that's because of incentives. His contract is really like 3 or 4, but with incentives altogether, he can make up to 8. His contract for New York was 3. Period. 3. So we're paying him $5 million more than what the New York Jets were paying him. 1, bravo to your agent. Fucking brilliant. 2, Howie, you're fucking stupid. Because if the Jets were paying him 3, why the fuck would you not offer him 3 and leave it at 3? And if he wasn't willing to take that, move the fuck on. If you know what I'm saying. He's not worth 8. So you fucked up there. There's $5 million that you could have kept. Okay. But yeah, I would not pay him over $3 million. If he just coming from the Jets and he was only making 3, I'm not going to pay him more than what he was making for a team that he didn't succeed on.
I agree.
We got to, I'm not going to I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pay somebody more than what they're worth, especially to a franchise that came from where they weren't worth that. You can't sit here and tell me Joe Flacco is worth $8 million.
Did he really get? I thought it was 3.5.
With incentives, he can make up to 8.
Okay.
So you're still, and I don't even know what the incentives are, but it's got to be pretty fucking easy because you damn sure know he ain't touching the field as long as Hurts is healthy. So that means he's going to want his money, correct? So he's going to make it easy.
It is. It's gonna it's so freaking tough.
So you're going to end up paying this man $8 million, and he's never going to touch the field. You're pissing away all that extra money. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's dumb. That's the one reason why I didn't like the Joe Flacco signing. Other than I didn't like him anyway. I haven't liked him since he started with Baltimore. So that I was not a fan of him coming here anyway. I hate his attitude and his demeanor. He's a shitty fucking person. So
I want to go back to the Brian Poole real quick. He did tear his ACL and during the year.
Yeah.
And he didn't have the same numbers. Tyler, I'm giving you credit, okay? I'm giving you credit here. Take it and run with it. So he did have the same exact numbers as Steven Nelson before he got injured. So that's another way to look at it. Is he actually better than Steven Nelson underneath? But I would still take Steven Nelson.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was starting so much film on Steven Nelson. Like, he does so much more than what the box score tells you, than what the stats. And I'm just like, this guy fits in our system perfectly. He does the zone, and that's what we need. So I'm like, give me Steven Nelson. Pay the freaking $5 million. It just bothers me. And now go back.
Lie. If you're willing to pay $8 million to Joe Flacco, fuck you. Pay him $5 million. Like, that's the way I look at it at this point.
Yeah, I agree with that also. And not on,
He's saying he meant to say 1, not 9 NE.
Oh, okay. Tyler thinks he's so smart saying stuff in fancy talk. But to go back to this Brandon Graham thing, for the cap hit, it's like 9.5 mil next year. And I'm like, the year after that, it's like 9.23, and then it goes down. So yeah, Tyler, I get it. You're in your fancy talk.
Sorry, like I said,
recently, but
Graham comes down to age, bro.
Yeah,
we're getting to the point now where I think Howie's starting to realize he fucked up, that he let go of, or he kept Ertz too long. And I think he realizes he kept Wentz too long. And I think because of that, he's trying to start not making the same mistakes. So we're going to see how this goes. You know, I'm not exactly sure which road he's going to travel here, but I think that's why you're starting to see a lot of these veterans start to be uh, traded away, and talks of them being traded away, because I feel he feels his time's coming to an end. So he's trying to right some wrongs, so to speak, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like, who would you rather start, him or Barnett? It's like pretty easy if
Oh,
you ask me.
oh yeah, Graham for sure. I mean,
Yeah. So maybe do
yeah.
you trade Derek Barnett away and get that 10 million cap out, $10 million out?
Well, it's like I said, a lot of people might be blaming Barnett's lack of production on coaching staff. So I'm willing to give him a year. But it's like I said, though, if that doesn't work out, you're taking a $10 million hit. So I don't know. That one's tough. I mean, do you eat the bullet and trade him away and then he goes to his new team and dominates? Or do you keep him and pray to God it works out and hope to God it does, which I don't know how it's going to turn out. I mean, he might just be a dud all in general. You know, I don't know, man. That Barnett is the toughest one to judge out of all this, because you just don't know. You know, he could come out looking like a god this year. I have no idea, man. It's also if he can stay healthy. Injuries have truly lacked this man for the last couple of years. So that alone, you know, I don't understand, because we always make the comment we're trying to get healthier and we're trying to not get people in here with injury problems, but yet you draft someone with 2 torn ACLs, and you know, like you said, if we would bring in Poole, he has an ACL tear, and then you bring in Trayvon Grimes, who tore his ACL before, and you know, like
Don't forget
I
Dickerson.
honestly don't. Yeah, that's what I said at the very beginning. The 2 ACL tears in Dickerson. You know, it, it it's mind-boggling, because I honestly don't know what we're trying to do. Because you hear things, but then you see differently. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
You know what's funny? We still got to keep Bailey, the kicker. I think that's the worst contract of them
Oh,
all.
Elliott, you mean?
Elliot. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, Elliott. I've never seen a more opposite kicker in my life. Like usually kickers miss long and make everything short. This dude misses short and makes everything long. Like I don't understand it, but I hope it was just a fluke. I mean, there's a lot of potential in this kid. You know, he's still young. What is he, like 26, 27?
Yeah,
Like
he's
he's
around
got a
my age.
lot
Yeah.
of years ahead of him. Hopefully that was just a rough season. I hope to God he comes out and he balls out this year, because I'll tell you what, man, he's a nice guy. You know, he really is. You know, you look at his press conferences and stuff. All in all, he's a very genuine person. So I like him, but he just needs to be consistent. And so I hope he can get that under control.
Yeah. This whole team needs to be consistent, I feel like. We don't
Yeah,
have a baseline for the players. So
yeah,
what I'm saying by that, it's like, so let's say Darius Slater is really good, and then you have Jaquette who goes like we're not consistent. That's the whole thing. It's like a wave almost. Like
yeah.
up.
No, it's like a teeter totter, man. You got a fat kid on one side and a skinny kid on the other, and
So
well,
you
you're
got
not
Tyler on
going.
one side, me on the other. Please tell me he's still here. Please.
Perfect analogy.
Thank you. Please,
You got
I'm gonna get a
you got
phone call on
Doogie
that.
Howser and the Goonie on a teeter totter.
Dude, I was telling my dad about that. He laughed. He freaking laughed. I'm like, hey, it's true.
No,
Uh,
I don't even know what I was gonna say anymore. Doesn't even
something.
matter. It wasn't that important.
It was something about the teeter totter with the fat kid, and then I was like,
Yeah, I lost it after that. That was good. Sorry. Um, no, I really like our team though, man. You know, it's like I was telling Joe and Philly Foothills. I just want to know that this team can keep this momentum up the next 4 months. You know, the energy that this team is bringing, the energy that this coaching staff has, the way they talk about each other, the camaraderie that it seems that they all have with one another, it really seems like a good thing. Like we have things going. You know, that one video came out of Nick going out and passing football with kids, you know, just fans playing out in front of Lincoln Financial Field. Like that's just awesome. You know, that's just awesome. Just the vibes all in general are good. So it's like, can they keep this up for the next 4 months? Can they keep this up going into the season? You know, if they can, dude, that shit goes a long way. You know, it really does. You know, having a good mental state, having energy, belief in one another, like it can really even make some of the bad players pretty decent, you know, because in the end, dude, football is 90% mental. It really is. And if you
mhm.
believe in yourself, who knows where you can go, you know? So that's all this team is about this year's belief. You know, if they just believe in one another, they come out here and they work because they want to do it for each other. God knows where this team can go, man. Because we still have some vets on here who can ball out. We have some really young guys on this team we expect to ball out. And if they all can come together, it's going to be an awesome thing. And it's like I said, we'll have some ups, we'll have some downs, but all in all, dude, it's going to be fucking fun to watch.
It
Even the
is.
low times are going to be fun. You know, even when they're out there losing and we lost by 3 points and we're fucking pissed, it's still going to be electrifying. Like, this team is going to bring the energy. Like, it's no lie.
Yeah, yeah. It's just funny. So I think I'm gonna end it off there. I gotta go do something after this. So
That's okay.
I'm
I got to
pleasure to
get ready
have you
for
on
work
again,
anyway, man.
dude. It's always fun to talking Eagles and shit with you. Like seriously.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. And
Yeah,
everyone, you know, if you haven't, please go like and subscribe to my boy Mitch here. He brings it all the time. Love talking football with him. Love talking shop. Eagles football all the time. Such a pleasure, man. It's always an honor being on here. Love doing it with you, brother.
yeah. Real quick before I get off, uh, Eastwood commented on my tweet. He was like, "I can guard Ben Simmons. I'll set up a lawn chair in the paint and drink a beer, and he'll pass the ball."
Yeah.
Like, that's true.
Dude, I've never seen a 7 foot man pass the ball ever like that. Like that.
I don't know.
That's almost as bad as JJ having his mom hold the umbrella, man. That's fucking terrible.
Don't
It's
give me that.
bad.
You're right. Like this.
It's terrible. You're 7 feet tall, standing right under the rim, and you pass the ball. That is just as bad as JJ having his mom hold that umbrella. I mean, I'm telling you right now, that's fucking terrible. You were 7 feet tall, standing right there. Like, you have to take that shot, bro. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. You gotta take that shot.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna end it off there. Don't forget to subscribe to my man Eagles Uncensored, aka Eagles 88. He's a great guy. You're at 55 subs now. I'm like, damn, you're
Yeah,
moving up.
yeah. No, I went from 43 to 55 in like 4 days.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's been a blessing, dude. the love I've gotten recently from everyone is truly an honor. You know, like I said, I've made a lot of good friends here over the last couple months, and it's been great, dude. I love doing this shit. It's awesome. You
So
know, I
do
do
I.
it for all you guys. I do it for myself. I'm just a fanatic, dude. I love Eagles football, and I'm willing to put my expertise and my opinions out there, and I'm not afraid to say it. So, you know, it's always great to have these combos, man. It is.
Mm-hmm. I'm right there with you. All right, guys. I'll catch y'all. Oh, tomorrow, Alcobie the analyst is going to be on here. So I got that. Friday, I'm going to be on Foothills. Saturday, I think I'm going to be on Let's Go Birds. I got a lot of stuff going on. It's just insane.
Oh well, I have off work on Friday, so I might actually do a live call in on Friday sometime.
What time? Because I'm
I
doing
don't know yet. What time are you doing yours?
with Foothills. I think it's 8. Oh, let me look again. I think it's 7. No, it's 7:30.
Maybe I'll do mine late. Maybe I'll do mine at 10.
Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't even say. Oh, 7:30.
7. Yeah, all right. I'll do mine at 10
Okay.
on Friday night.
All right. I'll catch you then.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Well, hey, like I
Peace.
said, like and subscribe to his stuff. Love you guys. Got to get out of here. Got to go to work. Peace.